All right, here we are for another edition of RJ's Lives. Welcome, guys. See a lot of people already in the chat box. This morning we got Jesse McJames, James Alton, Mike Curtis, Ground Fog is there. Who else do we have? Watch City Knives is here. Carving Steel. Carving Steel. Let us know. Do you have a channel or are you just on Instagram and stuff? We're inquiring minds want to know. But yeah, oh, Kirby Creek just showed up. Hey, Mo, welcome. We got our fantastic panel this morning. We got Mr. Richter from Richter's Knives. We got Terry from Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Andrew from Baxter's Blades. From the Great White North, we see the return of the Singing Toad. Welcome, Dave. Welcome. Glad to have you back. And of course, we got our good friend Tom from Knife Delights there. How you doing, Tom?
How's everybody doing?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Hey, if you have a channel and you get on here and I don't recognize your channel, why, leave me a comment so I can get a link up to your channel.
So, Tom, there's Byron has a new channel. It's called Splitting Slices.
I was just wondering about that.
Yeah.
Is that Byron Kennedy?
Yep. He started. He's going to start a channel, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Outstanding.
Stuff.
Outstanding.
That's really cool. And Addicted to Blades 2 is here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just saw him. You'll see I'm dutifully writing them all down so I can keep them in order as I put the links up.
Hey, Radio Geek Blades, he's here. I think he's got a channel too. Bluminati Ninja is here. Fantastic. Hey, Bluminati. Yeah, so anybody that has a channel, let us know in the comment box so Tom can put up a link for your channel. And then also talk to Tom. We'll see if we can get you scheduled on here because we love having new channels to. Hey, Terry, good to see you. We'll be glad to have new channels come on here and talk about their knives and their collections, all that good stuff. So what's going on, guys? You guys doing all right today?
Oh yeah, I'm excellent. I'm so glad to be here, and I think it's the first time I've actually been on the screen with both. I don't remember if I've been on the show with Baxter or not, but first time for me with Richter and first time with Terry, I'm pretty sure. Which is super exciting for me because you guys are like legends in the community, so it's nice to be on the same panel with you all again.
Yeah, you're talking about Michael, right?
It's a whole new panel.
Of course, Michael as well, and RJ and Tom too.
Yeah,
I'm honored to be here. So
it's a whole new panel from the last time you were here.
I know.
Thank you, Byron. There you go. Introducing Splitting Slices. Here I am. Stickers and probably future content forthcoming, and a special hello to Miss Tammy. Fantastic. Well,
I'll go let Miss Tammy know.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Byron. That is awesome. But go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry if we interrupted you.
No, not at all. That's basically. I was just saying. I'm just super happy to be here. I've been very busy the past month here, and it's nice to finally get back on the show again. I've been dying to come on with you guys.
Oh yeah, I know it's been hard to connect with your schedule being kind of crazy and stuff, but hopefully you won't have to be gone as long this next time.
I also hope I'm a little brighter. I got over Christmas time. My sister-in-law got me one of those O light things. Those O YouTuber light things. The ring lights.
Yeah.
What do you call it? O light. That's a little flashlight. Not one of these.
Right.
I got one of those ring lights. So I'm testing that out today, and it's got a bunch of different settings. So I have it on the brightest one right now. So hopefully you can see me. I'm not as dark as I normally am.
No, it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that window behind me. It's just it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of normal. Those things just happen. Oh, Randy's WSG is here. Hey, Randy. Blockbuster EDC. Awesome. Yeah, so anyways, today, as you guys probably have noticed, Gunslinger Cal is not in attendance with us. That's only because we have a limit on how many people I can have on screen. And then he went ahead and gave us a topic today. He said he wanted to see some modern knives. So I thought that was going to be kind of a fun topic because it's been a while since we talked about modern knives. I know we talk about traditionals, but I consider modern traditionals to be in this group of modern knives. It's not just going to be just flippers, but we'll show some of those as well. And so I guess with all that out of the way, who wants to go first? Okay.
I think you should go, RJ.
I got something. Not a problem. Actually, one of my favorite modern knives that I got is this Honey Badger, and I think these are just very fidgety and very fun. So you do have a flipper tab, but then you also have the hole for deployment. This one is the large Tanto in their blue handles that they have. But I think this is just a fantastic knife. It's nice and slim. 8CR 13 for the steel, and like they say, the Honey Badger don't care. So it's got a nice action on it. So it is one that will drop shut. Another one to take it in another one of my old standbys, which this one's probably on the edge of being a modern knife. This is a Delica, the orange Delica, and this was my partner for a long time. I carried this knife, and it is one that you have to slow roll out. I've never been able to Spidey flick anything with a backlock on it, but VG10 steel, made in Seki City, Japan, and just a fantastic knife. And this went with me for a couple of years as my EDC knife when I was carrying modern knives. Now I just carry mostly slip joints, which suits me just fine. There you go. Terry's got a couple.
I'll just go ahead and follow your lead right there.
Okay.
You set it up, so I'll go ahead and I'll start off with a Honey Badger also, and it's the large orange, and I like using the thumb hole. It works good for me, and mine's got the D2 blade steel on it. I must say that for the price, these are some pretty darn good knives.
How much that cost, Terry?
Oh, less than $50.
Yeah, I think for the Honey Badgers, they're running right around $40, $45, depending on which. They come in 3 different sizes, and then they have about 6 or 7 different blade shapes you can get on them.
Yeah, they do now, and you can get them 8CR or you can get them D2.
Right.
I think D2 is about as far as they go, ain't it, RJ?
Yeah, and with the D2, then you're looking about jumping up into the $50 or $60 range.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a big. Everybody knows that I got a pretty good sized paw, so I wear a 2X Carhartt glove, and they're really good. Now I must say they really good. I usually, if I carry it, I'll carry it in a sheath on my belt. I'm just not a one to carry it clipped in my pocket. That just kind of ain't my style, because I always got too much stuff in my pocket, and I can't get my hand. I mean, you see, I can't get my hand in my pocket if I got a knife clipped on it.
Right.
And to follow RJ, I also got the Delica 4, and I would say out of my flippers, to me, this is my favorite flipper, per se, because it is a lock back. It's very light. It's very thin. Got the VG10 steel. You just slow roll it right out, and you can one hand this one. You can just shake it a little bit, and no problem. You'll notice I don't have a pocket clip on mine. When I carry this, I carry it in my pocket like a slip joint, and I use it like a slip joint. I really, really dig on these right here.
I like the colors on that.
Yeah, this is what they call the zombie scales. I don't know. I guess I guess they probably priced about right. I think they run about 80 or 90 bucks, if you buy them brand new. But
Right.
it's good. I really like them. Like I say, I like a VG10 just fine. They're really slicey. The blades they're just very useful. I like them.
Yep. I'm right there with you. All right. And who else would like to go?
I'll go.
All right, just real quick.
Yes, sir.
Splitting slices and carving steel. I was not able to find your channels. If you got numbers after your name and your channel name, please put them in the comments here. Because it might be like carving steel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. So
Yeah, because
Thank you.
it's also if they're really super new, it's
yeah,
sometimes
they're hard to find. They won't
Yeah.
come up. That's why if they've got those numbers, maybe I can find them.
Yeah, even when you're searching, it's tough. That's
Yep.
for sure. All right, we'll go ahead with you, Michael, and then we'll get with you, Dave, after that.
I got lucky with this one. Y'all both showed a Delica 2, and this one is super smooth. You can kind of flick it out, and
nice.
it's got the K390 steel. I will say this about it. I love everything about this knife, and I love the Wharncliffe on it. That's probably my favorite part. I am a Wharncliffe guy.
That's a sick knife, man.
I only paid $70 for this.
Wow.
So that's good.
Wow. For K390?
Oh yeah, yeah. I forget what site it was on, but it was I wish I could tell you, but it was only $70 during Black Friday. So I got this one.
Is that
Super
the-
sharp.
Yeah. Is that the same size as a Delica 4, or is it actually larger?
Same exact knife.
So yeah, the frame looks just like that's a Delica, just with a Wharncliffe style blade.
And I will caution folks on the clip. See, I've got a aftermarket clip. This is an MXG clip. Man, it looks nice. It looks good carrying in the pocket. But you'll see that this right here kind of is on the knurling on the knife. It tears your pocket up. So I'm going to put that other clip back on it.
Yeah, that's
But-
I have the same problem with my Spyderco Tenacious. I got a custom clip for it, and the clip now lands on the knurling.
It looks good, but it's tearing your britches up. It's pretty drop shutty. See, I got lucky with that one. What else can I show you? Oh yeah. It's kind of along the same lines, but I got this one. I call this my cone knife because it looks like corn. This is I can't do that with this one. Sometimes nope. You got to be a ninja. But love this knife, man. The forward choil on that, this just puts you right up there. You can do whatever you want to do, man. It feels so good in your hand. I love this knife.
is great.
This was a gift from Erica's EDC. And man, I love it. It's super light. And
Nice.
this steel on it is LC200N.
Oh, okay.
I know they make them in all kind of steels, Magna Cut, all that stuff. But I do like this steel. Very cool knife.
Yes, it is. While you were up there showing your knives, Bluminati Ninja has gifted 5 RJ's Knives regimental memberships. So thank you for
Sweet.
that, Bluminati. That is awesome. I don't know who all got it. Maybe you can see Tom. But
I'll take a look here.
okay. But for anybody that did get gifted a membership, if you'll send me an email with your address, I'll send you out some channel stickers and stuff. Thank you again, Bluminati. That is so awesome to gift those memberships. But what I was going to say about Spyderco is that one of the neat things about them is that you can get all kinds of different steels in the Spyderco lines. They really do give you a big variety.
Knife Nut 69 was gifted a membership by Bluminati, Kirby Smith, Stuart Gross, Gaz, and Ghost Malone. Thank you, Bluminati Ninja.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you very much. That is so cool. Hey, Sharp Guy, I see you're here. And Patrick, you're here. Awesome. So anyways, Dave, you had some knives, I think?
Sure, yeah. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you to Bluminati Ninja for gifting those memberships. I actually won one of your memberships last Sunday, I believe, or a week ago. It wasn't too long ago. I got one gifted to me, so thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Nice.
I also wanted to congratulate Terry's Knives and Mansa for reaching 1,000 subscribers. Well done. My hat's off to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've surpassed me, buddy. So congratulations. I've been doing this for 4 years, and you've surpassed me. So well done, buddy. I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
And what I also wanted to talk about now is just some of these knives here. So the first one I want to show is this Ganzo Firebird. This was the very first Ganzo knife I ever got, or Gonzo, however you pronounce that. And, you know, the very first time I saw a Gonzo knife was by Patty's Potato Peelers. And, you know, he talked about how awesome they were, and they were kind of a good discount version of other knives out there. And when I saw this one, I immediately went and snapped it up. And this is a flipper, and it's in D2. And it's sort of a Wharncliffe style blade. I'm not exactly sure what you call that. I'm going to call it a modified Wharncliffe. Yeah, it's a flipper, and it's in D2, and very, very nice knife. But since we're talking about, I saw some Spydercos being talked about, so of course there's my Delica. Got to be part of the Delica club.
Oh yeah.
And this is the in the VG10 steel, and of course the Delica comes in many different flavors, including K390. Michael talked about the pocket clip. This is a custom clip. This is a Lynch clip, and by no means by knocking Lynch at all. Their clips are awesome, but you can see that the foot of it doesn't land on the flat spot, so it chews up the pocket. So that's a little bit of a detractor to it. Now, if this had the G10 scales, that wouldn't be a problem, but because it's the FRN, it's a bit of a problem. But this is the Tenacious Lightweight, and this is in the S35VN blade steel. Not the standard 8CR13 MOV Alphabet Soup steel. And then also, since we're talking about Native 5 lightweights, there we go.
Nice.
And there's the Native 5 lightweight, and I have a custom clip on it. Now, this one I got off of, where did I get it off of? Etsy, I think? I can't remember where I got this clip from, but this one you'll see does rest over that the flat spot. So this pocket clip is a little bit better designed for the FRN handle scale, and this one is in the CPM MagnaCut steel.
Yeah.
And I must agree, I love this knife. This is my daily ADC knife. This used to be my everyday carry, but it's been replaced by this, because this, in my opinion, is a superior knife. It weighs less. It's got that forward finger choil. It just fits my hand perfectly, and in that MagnaCut steel, it's unbeatable. I don't have a single knife in my collection that beats this. So, and as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I have to say about that.
All right. So we had an excellent suggestion from Mike Curtis to help Bluminati Ninja get to 500 subs. So if you guys have not given him a sub, go over there and visit him. Tell him that we're behind Mike Curtis's suggestion. You know, that we want to get him to 500. That would be awesome. And go ahead and, if you don't mind, all the awesome channels that are on here, give them a sub if you haven't done so already. Were you ready, Andrew? Did you have something?
Yes, I am ready. I have plenty
Right
of knives. Well, everybody's showing their Spydercos, and I do not have one, but I have a Buck 110 Slim Pro. But the pocket clip that it comes with is this one, and a lot of people don't like them, but this aftermarket Spyderco pocket clip actually fits. You can see there's 3 holes, but you do not use the top hole there. It's really nice, and of course I don't have a problem with it rubbing because it's just micarta. This has got to be one of my favorite modern style slow rollers. S30V, I've showed it before, made in the United States of America. They've been discontinued. I think you can still find them on Copper and Clad, but they marked them up a lot more. I lucked out. This was on sale for $89. They also do have the TRX Pro with G10 and torque screws. Those are pretty nice also. Very similar. This is just a pin construction. But since I've showed that, I will show the 112 Select. These are $25, $26 to 30 something, depends on where you get them. FRN. The 420 Boss heat treated high carbon. I think Dave has one of these, and it's interesting. His has, I'm sorry, Singing Toad, he has a nail nick in his, and it's kind of different than the ones in the United States.
Yeah, I think the thumb studs are not allowed up in Canada anymore.
Oh, that's what it is. So those are two moderns. I did recently do a video comparing this Jack Wolf Vampire Jack, and this is not mine. It was on loan from Ken of Last Chance Knives. I kept talking about I have a few poor man Jack knives like Rough Rider Apta and a few other ones, and he's like, oh, you could do a comparison video. I love these fat carbon red, white, and blue covers. This thing is awesome. It does have a huge sharpening choil. You got to look out when you cut. You might get stuff cut in there. Thank you, Ken, for loaning this to me. So I have some videos up of comparing it to the Henry by Wesson. I won this from Happy Hour, Saturday Knife Live, Big Red EDC channel. Thank you, JB. This is an awesome knife. This is a 14C28 and cherry wood with titanium bolsters and liners. I also compared it to nice snap on that. Of course, the Rough Rider Apta. This is the Warncliffe. You can swap out the blades in the series. VG10, I was really impressed at how this performed for a $25 knife. I think I got this for $27 a while ago, but not the best micarta, but it's a decent blue micarta. The only thing I'm not happy with is kind of where the lanyard bullet is, but I don't think they could have put it in another spot. So I have a series of 3 videos up comparing these, and they all performed really well. I did forget that I have this Real Steel Luna. Now this is a White Mountain exclusive. It's got 2/3 half stop, just D2, but this thing is a slicer, razor sharp. I should have included it in that video. Very pointy tip on it. You got to be careful. And this is a really nice slim carry G10. Light, small, affordable. I think they have the black ones on Chicago Knife Works for $18. What a steal.
Nice. And there was a question that somebody had in the chat about how the micarta is on that buck. They wanted to know how it was.
The micarta, as Tom would call it, the micarta. It's awesome. It's almost like a linen micarta. It's a finer weave, kind of like very similar to Kershaw. This is the brown. They had it in green. My camera is not the best, but I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I picked this up, and I keep reaching out to Buck on their Instagram saying, you guys need to release more 110s and 112s with micarta. I know there is a 110 Blade HQ exclusive with micarta and S45 VN for about $180. But I really do like the Buck micarta. I wish they would release more bone covers also, like they used to in the past.
Nice. All righty. Hey, Twang Thang. Ejecto Cheeto Cuz is here. Nice. I love how he changes his name every week.
I love Cheeto stickers. I just got some in from him.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
His channel stickers are brilliant. I love that little tiny knife. His little, whatever his little character is. I don't know the story behind that, but I think it's really cool with the little knife in it.
That is cool. Yeah, well, let me show you a couple of cold steel knives. How's that? Of course, I have the first gen AK-47. This is a big beast of a knife. This one, even Terry would find comfortable. because it's got all kinds of room on this handle. So I can
That's a
grab it
serious knife.
all the way up here. I can grab it all the way down here. Yeah, I love that tall blade with the fuller on it, and everything is just nice. It has this little piece that is supposed to grab your pocket, so you can do a one-hand deployment and stuff. It has the crossbar lock, but yeah, it's just definitely a fun knife. I carried this for quite a while. It's one thing I will tell you is that when it is in your pocket, this will tear up your jeans. this little piece here, and I know some people modify these and change them and stuff. But another one that I have is the Broken Skull from Cold Steel also, and this is just a beast of a knife. I can't even barely get it all the way in frame. Again, a really big blade, and this has got lots of handle. You can hold it up here, you can hold it down here if you need some reach, but that DLC coating is definitely a fingerprint magnet. But yeah, just a great knife, so thought that would be, Steve Austin's knife. That's right, from Big Time Wrestling, not the $6 million man.
Stone Cold.
Yep, good old Stone Cold himself.
Austin 316.
That's right. All right, who else would like to show off something?
I've got some if you guys are, if no one else wants to go.
Sure.
Go for it, Dave.
Okie dokie. So since Andrew mentioned it, Baxter there mentioned the buck knife, the 112 Ranger without thumb studs. That's a quick fix. With a quick stud.
Nice.
So no problem at all. You can just go ahead and put your thumb stud on there, and it's just like all the rest. Thumb studs, by the way, are not illegal here in Canada at all. It's just that for some reason, Buck doesn't seem to like to send them the knives with the thumb studs to Canada. I don't know what the reason is, because I've purchased lots of knives here in Canada, like this QSB Penguin, for example. That's got thumb studs on it. And that I got from Blades Canada, which is a cool little Wharncliffe knife in 154 cm blade steel there with the titanium handle. Excellent drop shutty action on it when you're not squeezing the lock bar like I was 2 seconds ago. Talk about Cold Steels. Here's the Cold Steel Recon 1. Also, you'll notice has thumb studs on it. Bought here in Canada as well. So thumb studs aren't illegal. It's just that for some reason with Canadian Tire, they don't like the thumb studs. That's just a Canadian Tire thing. All the other retailers here in Canada, thumb studs galore, no problem. This is the CKC Sleeper, which is in micarta handle scales. This actually had thumb studs. I took them off because they're annoying. I prefer the flip out of the large hole here. But a knife like this, I didn't feel the thumb studs were necessary, and they just kept snagging on things, so I took them off. Has a nice forward finger choil. It's in 14C28N, which is an awesome blade steel. 14C28N is a very tough blade steel and can take quite a punishment. It also is a clean steel, and it easily strops right back from being, I'm not going to say completely dull, but as long as there is somewhat of an edge on it, it will strop easily back. And the last one I wanted to show in this session here is the Civivi Elementum. And this is in what they call Damascus. It's not really Damascus. It's laser etched 9CR something or other alphabet soup steel, but does have fantastic. I love the scales on this, and the camera's probably not doing this any justice, but those are copper flakes in the resin with the carbon fiber in there as well. And in the sunlight, I mean, the light just bounces around and reflects in there. This thing's very, very pretty. And more or less, that's why I bought it. I could have got the regular Elementum, which is like $50 in Canada. But this knife was like $200 just because it's all the fancy version. 200 Kanaka Roonies, that is.
Nice.
So.
But it's not real Damascus. They etched those. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's laser etched. Yeah, it's not real Damascus. It's like 9CR or something or other from. I went to different. I Google searched it and went to a couple different websites, and they kind of argued with each other back and forth. But the general consistency is some type of 9CR steel that's been laser etched.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, they're not pattern welding. They're not taking two different steels and welding them together like the way real Damascus is made. So
It's definitely a looker. It looks good.
yeah, it's a pretty knife. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish they would be a little bit more honest about what they're actually calling it.
Yeah, it's true that Damascus is one of those tricky materials because it's tough if the makers don't tell you what the steels are, if they are actually combining steels, but then there are a lot that will etch or put a pattern on the top layer of the steel, and it won't be an actual Damascus, like you said. Yeah, so I've heard that too. And then of course with bad Damascus, you get where they're delaminating and stuff like that if they don't get it all done right, and then others are just awesome because they are done right. So that's a very tricky part of the of knife collecting or getting Damascus.
100%. Yeah.
Seems to be either on really high top end knives or really low end knives.
Yeah, Pakistani Damascus.
Yes. Also known as Pakmascus.
Hot steel mask.
Yeah, the one where the part from the fender didn't meld with the soup can, and just not so good. Yeah.
I'm stealing that term. I love that.
Yeah. And speaking of the alphabet soup steels, on Rasputin's Castle, he did an excellent video talking about HCR13 MOV and its properties and stuff like that. It's very educational. So if you guys want to get a good idea on that steel, you'd actually be surprised at some of the steels it outperforms. So so if you see HCR, don't automatically dismiss it as being a cheap knife or not that good. So
HCR13 is a great steel, but I saw that video as well. I follow Rasputin. He's a great guy and very knowledgeable. And you're absolutely right. HCR13 is not a bad steel. It's just that I don't like to pay more than what it's worth.
Yeah.
So when a knife company is charging $300 for an HCR13 knife, no.
Yeah.
We're looking at you. We're looking at you, Benchmade.
Or Spider Go. They when they laser etch HCR13 and call it Damascus, that's not no. So that's where I have a problem is when you're as long as you're paying what it's worth, HCR13 is a great steal when you're paying what it's worth. But
okay, there you go. We have a question for you, Terry. Is it normal for me to eat my eggs in the morning with a Buck General? My postman ran away. So,
what?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I don't have a problem with it.
then again, you don't work for the post office.
No, I don't. The main thing is eat your breakfast and use a knife.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys were talking.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, what were you saying, RJ?
Speaking of knives, it looks like Terry has something.
Terry's out.
Terry's up. Here we go.
That's pretty.
There's my Christmas knife, the Kershaw Static D2 blade steel. I've done a couple of shorts and done a couple of use your knife shorts with it, and seems to be going over pretty good. This is a really cool knife. I've taken the clip off of it, and it's real thin. Waiting on those copper handles to patina up, and man, of course, being copper, it don't have no liners, and of course, it don't need them.
Right.
It's just got those standoffs, and believe it or not, it's really not. It's probably not much heavier than a K75, to be quite honest with you. But that blade shape and then, you know, the handle on it is like 3 7/8. It's not even quite 4 inches, but with that forward choil in that blade right there, it's actually a really, really nice, useful knife. Works out real good for me. I like it. Like I said, it's D2. I got no problem with D2. I got several knives with D2. They work just fine with me. Y'all want to go check? I got a couple of short videos out there using this knife. I cut up in some asphalt hot patch with it, and just wiped it off on my pant leg, and it's still. I've not sharpened it. It's still. I mean, I ain't even stropped it. It's got the factory edge on it. I've cut bags with it, cut zip ties with it, truck seals with it. And if you'll go look at my channel, you'll find a short where I cut up some waffles with syrup on it, and it done a fine job. Just cut right through there. Yeah, worked out real good. But I like it. It's a really neat little knife. And like I said, you gotta take the clip off of it. I just carry it in my pocket.
Right.
While we on the Kershaw, one of the very first modern folders I ever bought is a Kershaw. This is the Kershaw Endgame, and it's also it's a frame lock, D2 blade steel, real thin construction knife. It does have a little back spacer in it. I don't know if you've ever looked at these, the Endgame. I think you can still buy these. I know they've gone way up now. They're like $70-$80 now when you can find them. I bought it at a gun show and got a pretty good deal on it, and I like it real well. It works out just fine for me.
Nice.
Well, since we're talking about Kershaw's and 8CR 13 MOV, I have one.
Okay.
I got this years ago. This is an assisted flipper. By the way, assisted flippers are illegal in Washington State, which I have recently found out. I've carried this anyways. I guess if you got into trouble and they found it, maybe you'd have an issue. This is an Almar design, and it's made by Kershaw. You can kind of see the Almar little emblem here on the pocket clip. It's G10. I can't remember the name of it. It's a number. The name's like a number. It's like CP something or other. They still kind of make them with the satin finish blades and black G10. This is 8CR MOV, and it comes right out. It's funny that they put thumb studs on it. It's really tough to open it with thumb studs, but if you can get it, you can. But it does have a nice little flipper. Let's see if I can do the thumb stud. Yeah, you can, but it's kind of redundant. You really don't need it. But really like this one, and the 8CR, it's a really good steel. Definitely a good steel. This has kind of red spacers here, and then it's a frame lock. Really cool. And I have one other assisted flipper. This is by far this is my short that has gotten the most views with no music. I posted it back in March, I think, when they first came out. It's the 129 Infusion by Bucket 7CR steel, kind of a stonewashed modified Tonto blade. It has this cutaway here, and I was really hoping you could get your finger in the finger flick it, but it goes so deep you can't really get in there to flick it. So that's unfortunate. But G10, I think these were around 43. They've gone down in price other places, but decent. I think 8CR obviously is better than 7CR, but a nice Chinese buck under lifetime warranty.
Very nice. What about you, Tom? Did you have anything you wanted to share? Nope. Okay. You just thinking? Gotcha. You're muted, Tom. You're muted. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Dave.
I guess since you brought me up, you're saying to me next.
Well, you held up a knife. That must have meant you wanted to go.
I'm ready to go. I've got a whole whack. I came prepared today, so I've got tons of knives sitting in front of me here.
Oh, good.
But I thought I would show. This is the Benchmade. We mentioned Benchmade a little earlier. This is the Mini Griptilian. This is their fancy dancy version, or one of their fancy dancy versions. I think they've got about 500 different versions of this knife. Collect them all, folks. Go bankrupt. But anyway, this is the this is in the S90V blade steel, which is a super awesome blade steel. It's like my next favorite to say MagnaCut. Even Laren Thomas, the creator of MagnaCut, has mentioned that he really likes S90V. It's a great steel. This also has the carbon fiber handle scales. It's very lightweight. Axis lock. You know, everyone's familiar with the Benchmade, but this is an example of an overpriced Benchmade knife. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love this knife, but I would not buy it again. Then we have the Kubi Drake. Now, this is not an overpriced knife. This is, I think I paid like $70 Canadian for this. I forget exactly what it was, which isn't bad at all. This has AUS 10 steel, AUS 10. And I mean, this thing is just like, it just fits my hand absolutely perfectly. The designer is I believe he's a Ukrainian designer, Max. I'm not going to try to say his last name because I don't want to insult the fellow, but you know, him and I must have the exact same shape of hand, because this knife just fits me like as if he used my hand to make the mold for it.
How's your finger fitting that choil right there?
In the choil?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, no problem.
Nice.
Now, if you know, whenever you're putting up on a choil, you got to be careful about that, you know, because you're obviously not going to be like chopping with it or something like that, because you're risking taking your finger clean off. But the drop shutty action on this knife, this thing is just amazing. Great value. I have a modern buck that didn't want to flip out. It doesn't want to flip out again. This one I haven't used in a little while, so it's probably time to put some of that Last Chance Knives Ken's lube on it. But this is the buck. What is this? The Veritage Venture? I forget what this model's called. Voyager or something like that. But anyway, it's this is an S30V steel, and dandy little buck knife. Action on it's not terribly good, unfortunately. Kershaw. This is a Kershaw. Oh, talk about assisted opening. There you go. That's the leak.
Oh yeah, nice.
And this one is in 14C28N, which again is a great blade steel. Has that very acute pointy tip there, the Wharncliffe style blade. Assisted opening knives are a gray area here in Canada. They're not technically illegal by definition of the law, but this is not something I'd want to have in my pocket if I got stopped by a police officer, because most likely he would see it as an automatic knife and then confiscate the knife, lay a bunch of charges on me, and then I'd have to go to court to defend myself, saying I was not actually breaking the law. But that's against me, so I'm not going to be silly and carry that in my pocket. Yeah, this, however, is a Spyderco Dragonfly 2, and this one is in ZDP 189 blade steel, which is an extremely hard blade steel. I would not recommend getting this version of it. Just the VG10 version is more than adequate, because ZDP 189, although it's a great blade steel, it'll wear out all your diamond stones trying to sharpen it, because it's a very hard steel. And Spyderco hardens this to a high Rockwell as well. And the very last one I wanted to show, I don't know if this one counts, but I'm counting it as a modern knife, because it's this one here. This is my favorite, absolute favorite traditional pattern knife that I have. But I'm considering it a modern because I don't know if this is actually a true traditional knife or not. You guys can tell me, but this is the Akui River Kayak by Rosecraft Blades.
It's a modern design on, you know, on an older patterns, obviously. Yeah, because I haven't seen any traditionals that actually look like that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm grouping it in, and this is a newer made knife. Like, this isn't like an old thing that, you know, I found in a thrift shop or something. This was brand new, but right. I absolutely love this knife. This is in the D2 steel, gorgeous little knife. And I know some people really hate it. I know Slippy's not a fan of it, but I absolutely love this little knife here.
I like those covers on it.
Yeah, the apple red scales, apple bone scales, I think what they call that. Very gorgeous. But and that's all for that session.
Okay.
Come back to me later. I got more.
Oh, there we go. Tom is in the mix. You're muted, Tom.
I will break my silence.
Thank you.
Mike Curtis wants to see a case knife. Well, here you go, Mike. A case peanut. His favorite pattern.
Yep.
This is my brother's. He bought it at a antique store. It's missing the shield. Hopefully he's not watching. I'm going to surprise him. I've already ordered the shield. Talked with Case, and they should be sending me a shield to put back in there. And this is from, I think, 1994.
Nice.
So, Mike, here you go. Case peanut. Red jig bone.
And since it's from '94, we'll say it's it's modern, right?
It's modern.
You said
1980.
before the show anything after 1980.
Tom, I've heard if you reach out to Case and give them the model number, they'll send you a shield.
Yeah, they are. I already have.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to surprise my brother. They should be sending it to me, and I'll get it fixed up nice for him.
I got a question for you, Tom. Is your brother going to start a channel?
I don't know. Well, he left a comment here. He said, well, for one thing, he didn't want to take away from Junior taking over my channel someday. And let's see, what else did he say? Mrs. Big Brother says he is already purchasing too many antique stores, so don't encourage him. Well, there's no such thing as too many antique store knives. So there's a fatal flaw right there. Plus, most of Big Brother's knives have been shown on Knife Delight, so the knife community doesn't need to see one more channel to duplicate the showings. Another thing is that I like my nephew, so I don't want to hinder Junior from someday taking over on Pappy's channel. Looks like he's trying to weasel out.
Yep.
Well, as long as he shares knives for your channel, then that's good to have another supply line.
Yeah, but on New Year's weekend, we had a family get together, so he wanted to do a pocket dump. He wore cargo pants, and he had his pants pockets just jammed full of knives, and he set me up.
That is awesome.
He put me to shame.
So you're the knife guy in the family, huh? Sure.
Yeah, he's becoming one.
Of course, he's your big brother, right? So
Yep.
So he's trying to show little brother up. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yep.
Exactly. That's good.
Oh, hey, everyone hit that like button.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Hit that like button, please.
Yep. Hit the like button. That is awesome.
I'm in the stream and I haven't hit the like button yet. Oops. There we go. I corrected that now.
Oh, and we did have a comment. I don't know if you saw it, Dave. Someone said that with your new beard that you resemble Norman Reedus. Yeah.
Who's the Norman Reedus?
Are you familiar with Daryl from The Walking Dead?
I never watched that show. I'm sorry. I know of the show. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, to be honest with you guys.
Well, it'll be something for you to look up later.
All right. It's on my list. I know it's a good show, and my wife and I just started watching. This is how far back we are. We just started watching Game of Thrones. So,
well, there you go. All righty. Well, we'll see some knives. Oh, Mr. Richter, he's ready.
I got something modern for you, but it's got some of the things that y'all like. See the jigging?
Oh, yeah.
The jigging on this thing is ridiculous. This is a Ohio River Jack. It's all titanium. And it is snappy, son. I'm talking about snappy.
ooh, listen
Probably
to
the
that.
snappiest walk and talk, the best walk and talk on any knife that I have.
Wow.
Easy.
That's gorgeous.
And this fills up your whole hand. And you could just, it's just so solid. I love carrying this knife. I've got a slip for it. Duty's Daggers gifted me this knife.
Oh,
and he
nice.
had 3 of them. He had one of each blade shape. I think they have a spear and a Warncliffe and the sheep's foot. The sheep's foot was the one I wanted. I'd watch a couple of his videos. He sent this in to me to check out, and I liked it so much that he, I guess he thought I had to have it, and he gifted it to me. So I'm super thankful for this knife. I love this. It is just a, man, I love this thing. I'd carry this any day.
Nice.
What's the steel on this?
Is it M390?
It is M390. M390. And let's see, what's another one I got? This one, I always wanted a PM2, and I waited a long time to get one because I wanted the right steel. Y'all know me and the patina
Right.
and stuff like that. And I got the Maximit. So I sold a couple knives just to afford this one because this one's a little bit more expensive than the, normal S30V or whatever. But it doesn't patina heavy. You could kind of see blue and red hues, some schnozberries, things like that. But I had this since February, and I sharpened it one time. And to be honest with you, I didn't need to sharpen it. It's ridiculous. I could strop this thing and it'll come right back like as sharp as crazy. This Maximit is ridiculous. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I did put a MXG clip on this one too. It doesn't match. That's fine. And that doesn't tear your pants up.
I was about to say that probably doesn't tear the pants up with it being the G10. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. What else do I got? Let's see. Oh, this one's sweet. I know all y'all like Sodbusters. I got a Sodbuster. This is a Pioneer Jack from Jack Wolf. I got this one, and Randy Johnson said, "Hey man, send that to me, and I'll go ahead and nuke it for you and send it back to you." And look what he did there.
Wow.
You put it in the microwave?
Yes, it's a Hiroshima microwave.
It like puts a texture on it or something.
Yeah, see,
Is that a stonewash?
it is a stonewash.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, if he didn't do that, this thing would look crazy messed up because I threw it in my pocket with some keys and it got some scratches on it. It was smooth titanium, and it already had scratches on it. So this, I'm not scared of doing it with anything with it anymore. Put it in my pocket with whatever. And this camera gets me every time.
Yeah, it's backwards.
But this is a great, Sodbuster blade. Has that nice swedge along the back of it. And this one's pretty snappy too. Watch. Snappy. Love
Nice.
this thing.
Yeah, that's
Sodbuster's one of my favorites.
stonewash is really nice. Does it make it a little bit more grippy in the hand?
It does actually. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Cool.
It does. And the corners on it as well. You can't really tell, but after he done this, the corners weren't as sharp. So it's good to hold in your hand. It's comfortable.
Smooth it out. So how's the snap on the Jack Wolf's compared to the Ohio River Jacks? About the same?
If I'm going to be honest with you, the Ohio River Jack's the best snap I've seen on any knife, and I've got 11 knives. So,
Oh, wow. Nice.
so that Ohio River Jack is ridiculous on the snap.
That is awesome.
But the Jack Wolf that's no slouch. I'm telling you, they got some serious walk and talk.
That is cool.
I really like that other one you showed, that like clickety clackety action it had. Just reminded me of the bolt action on a nice rifle, like a Browning or something.
Oh yeah,
Like as a glass. That's nice. I love that
Yeah.
sound. I don't have any traditionals really that make that quite that dramatic of a snap. One of these days. I'm working on collecting traditionals.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
I'm still gonna get a Jack Wolf knife someday. It's on the list, and a GEC that's also on my list.
Yeah, for sure.
They're hard to come by though. I hear GECs are tricky to get a hold of.
don't pay
Yeah.
full price. That's the whole trick. Don't pay full price. Get on one of those Facebook groups, and on the Jack Wolf Facebook groups, and they have some up there. Sometimes $130. Sometimes most of them are more expensive than that, but you could get one. I traded for this one, and I think I traded about $150 knife, but this is a brand spanking new. I think like $300.
Well, that's not bad at all. I mean, I'm even fine with a used one as long as it's like gently used. I don't want someone that's got big chips out of the blade or it's missing a handle scale or anything like that.
Right.
But
I'm not in the habit of paying $300 for a knife.
Yeah.
I try not to. I've done it, but I try not. I've got a couple knives in my collection that have creeped over that mark, but I try not to spend that kind of money on knives. I have a hard time justifying it, explaining it to the wife. Well, I really needed to spend that $300 on this knife here,
Right.
And she'll be quick to point out, why can't it do what the rest of these 1,000 knives you would do?
That's so true. That is
Just
so
buy
true.
one for her.
Yeah.
And she's
There
gonna
you
like
go.
it. You can just take it over.
She actually really likes my my MagnaCut Spyderco, the yellow one. She really yellow's her favorite color, so I got her a yellow Victorinox. What is it? It's the I think it's called the Hiker or the Climber. It's the opposite version of the Super Tinker. So I have the Super Tinker, which mine's in blue, and that exact same SAK, but with a corkscrew, whichever you call that thing. That's what I got her, and she loves it with the custom yellow scales on it. So.
Very nice. All right. Well, I couldn't go with talking about moderns if I didn't talk about the Roper, the Buffalo Warrior. I mean, this is just such nice traditional styling, D2 blade. Love that blade shape. Love the sandalwood and the brass. It just looks awesome. And it's just a really amazing knife. And it has that really nice drop shut action. So it's definitely a very cool knife, one that I highly recommend if you're wanting a modern, but you want the traditional styling. This will definitely fill the bill. The pocket clip is nice on there. I do think it's really well made. And of course, with a pocket clip, you got to see this Buck, the 112 Sport Pro. I mean, this is still just such an awesome knife with the micarta and the aluminum frame, thumb studs, and a really nice pocket clip that most people like this pocket clip. But these are just fantastic knives. Love a good 112. And this definitely fits the bill for a modern update of a true classic knife. They make the 110 in this version also, but the 112 is so pocketable, and with this clip, it's really super nice.
That one's on my list as well.
Yeah, that's one that and it's got the S30V steel. If I didn't mention that, just such a good knife, really, really good.
Yeah, I remember seeing Big J show his a while ago there, and I was like, man, I got to get me one of those. It's on the list.
Yep, for sure. All right, Terry, I saw you had something.
Got the Spyderco Tenacious with the G10 handles and the HCR. I don't have any problem with the HCR at all. These blades are so thin, got such a high flat grind. All you got to do is know how to sharpen a knife, and that HCR will do you just fine. I mean, unless you're trying to chop trees down on a daily basis, it's as good to me. It's as good as anything, especially in the budget realm. You're talking about. I'm not sure what these knives are running now, but when I got them, they were in the $40-50 range. Sometimes even cheaper. They fit my hand good. They're like a 4 1/4 inch on the handle. I like the Tenacious myself because, excuse me, it's easy for me to use because it has the nice opening for the liner lock, and that's what I like. That's one thing I have a problem with on modern knives is, some of the liner locks you can't get to them. And these are real easy to get to. And like I say, I got that one there with the G10 and the natural blade, and then there is the sister, which is all blacked out with the black blade, the black G10, the black clip, and then I just put the brass lanyard on it. So, you know, brother and sister right there, which I really, really like. And let me go ahead and show you that the very first Spyderco I ever owned was the OD Green. And I don't know about y'all. Y'all can tell us in the comments, or you guys can tell us that the bi-directional FRN handles, to me, I like better than the G10. That me personally, I don't know about y'all, but I like them. To me, it's just much easier to use. Now I understand if you change the clip, you may have problems out of it, but I'm not one to do a whole lot of modifying, so it works out just fine for me. Like I said, that's the very first modern knife I ever owned, other than a Kershaw Elite years ago. I had a Kershaw Elite that I wound up losing somewhere along the line. But that's basically, we'd say in the modern era, that's my very first modern knife. And I'll always have it. I'll keep it forever.
That's the best looking version of that one to me. I like that green.
Do you? I do. I like it. I get a lot of comments on it because I'm not sure that you can get that anymore. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But thank you, JB. JB has gifted a membership to the channel. So thank you very much. I don't know who won that one. But Casey from Knives Fast is here, Terry, and he said if you like those knives, that you would love Tempest knife. And he is the owner and designer there of the Tempest knives. So if you're not familiar with Tempest knives, everybody, you should go check them out. Really good stuff. And,
well, I would certainly be open to him sending me a couple of them, and I show them on the channel, and we'll see how well I like them.
Wow, there you go. Okay.
Hey, open invitation.
I got a Tempest right here.
Okay, let's take a look at that, Andrew.
So the day I went out and met JB Big Red, he gifted me 2 knives. And this is the Tempest. I can't remember the name offhand. Fantastic knife. Black micarta, dark stonewash blade here, wire pocket clip. Very cool size. Nice carry. I posted a short on this, and I got a lot of hits on it. They're very popular. Very cool knives. On that same day, JB also gifted me the Dundee by, what is this? Best Techman Dundee. This is D2. I was out across the water for a memorial and had lunch with him to hand off the electrician's knife, traveling knife, that one time in summer. And it's funny because when I got home that night watching Saturday Night Live, I won the giveaway on top of it. So he gifted me 2 knives, and then I won like 2 more knives. The CJRB, I think this is 1928 or something. It's a button lock with a green micarta. It is what, RPM 9 steel. So yeah, so 1928. Really light D10 on this. I don't even have to press the button or flick it. I can just drop it and it opens up.
Wow, that's a good action there.
That's slick. That's slick.
On the subject of winning knives on Saturday Night Live, this is Rosecraft Blades. I can't remember the name offhand, though. It is model number RCM for Rosecraft Modern 017. Frame lock, black G10. This was designed for law enforcement and first responders. They have other colors. This one's got a really strong detent. I probably should open it up, put some oil in it. I can't really use the thumb studs, but it flips open really nice. Tonto blade. I kind of was looking at these and then I won it, so thank you, JB. And of course, for Byron Kennedy, here's the Best Techman in purple. I've thought about this is probably the first knife I'm going to send you, Byron. I also won this from Big Ready. You see, I think I've gotten a total of 6 knives. I showed that the Henry by Wesson. So, man, he's just like Santa Claus.
He is.
For sure. And he just recently did a bunch of giveaways for his 10,000, and so cool that he does that. And
Yeah.
this is a button lock also. Great action on the Specs Techman, but purple, you know, not everybody's flavor. I know Tim's School of Fish loves purple. Fantastic knife. Thank you, JB. I appreciate it.
Yep. JB's going to put you on the list. You're going to have a timeout there, Andrew, because you've won too many times. You got to give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, I haven't won in a while, but boy, 6 knives, that's a lot. But
I hear you. I think I've won on there 2 or 3 times. But yeah, it's always fantastic when you win.
I can't remember the name.
Microburst.
It's just the microburst. That's right. Fantastic knife. Great action. Yeah. Great little worker. Nice jimping. You can really get on there. Great grip. Now the black coating, you might get some lines in it. I don't know if that's coming up, but you know that kind of happens with a black blade for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people like just the satin finish. Great drop, Shuddy.
Nice.
And thank you, Casey.
Yep. Fun segment for sure there, Andrew.
I just can't believe the same day he gave me 2 knives, I won the giveaway, and people were in the comments like, "Hey, this is rigged." I just guessed the winning number when there was,
you're just oh man, there we go. The Cheetosaurus Rex that comes out. Oh my. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, so let's see. Let me show you some Rough Riders. We did see one of the Aptas before, and this is the one with the copper handle. So this got a really nice patina. It's been a while since I showed this one on the channel, and these have such great walk and talk too. I mean, that is just awesome. And I love this little spay blade type blade that it has on there. But VG10 steel. But yeah, these are just really super snappy, super cool. Another VG10 knife that I got was this little aluminum handled work knife, and these are pretty good. This one does not have any half stops. It just rolls open, but little sway back design. Got the nice Warney blade, VG10, and I think these are still under $20. I mean, this is all day long. This is a bargain for sure. Okay, good, Jesse. Fantastic. And then, of course, this one I showed last week. This is that great big large assisted. No, it's not assisted. Actually, it's just a large Wharncliffe. It's just a flipper Wharncliffe.
Is that your watch pocket knife?
Yeah, this is a pocket knife for sure. So yeah, you got to have a big pocket. But 440 steel, G10 handles. I mean, even Terry's handle fit on this in a couple of different places. Yeah, so I think maybe you might need a size 3XL Carhartt glove to grab this all in one go, but I don't know. But yeah, just a fun knife. I just wanted it just because they're fun. But one that I saw that was available, and it was just a good thing to add to the cart.
Terry, can you see the comments at all?
No, I cannot.
Okay, so KC at Fast Knives said he can arrange to send you a knife if you would like to review it.
Oh, nice.
Be glad to. My email's in my about section.
Very cool.
Bluminati, are you talking about this big knife here? This is
That's the folding machete.
RR2080. Yes, it is. It's the folding machete. This will definitely take care of your eggs, your Eggo, maybe even take out your toaster if you're not careful.
Almost as bad as a Cold Steel Espada.
Yeah, exactly. This is, well, what I wanted was one of the Cold Steel Luzons, but they are all gone. And so I was like, well, Rough Riders still make, let me see if they still make that one knife. And here you go. It's the poor man's Luzon right there. All righty. Who is next on this this whole thing?
Michael, you got that new ZT?
I do have that new ZT. Let me show you. I think I showed it last time, didn't I?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Maybe.
Either. Show it. This is the what is it called? The 0562, and it has the micarta on it. And I looked all over the internet and on YouTube, and I've seen the full titanium ones, and I've never seen the micarta one. So I don't know if I just is brand new or whatever, but that micarta is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great.
I love that micarta. It's chamfered right there around the edges. It's so comfortable in your hand.
Yeah, they did that right. They did that right.
Man. Look at the belly on that too.
Yeah.
That's a
This
sick
thing is
knife.
a beast. Just in case I need to chop down a tree or two.
Right.
That's good action too.
On that knife right there, do you have any problem with the problem I have a lot of times on the modern folders, the ones that have the frame lock? If it's like a 4-inch knife or smaller or whatever, my hand, I'm all the time pushing down on the frame lock and it don't open properly. So does those knives have that problem, or am I just so?
Oh no, this one is jam up jelly type, brother.
There you go.
It's pretty smooth. You can get your hand right in there and just move it, and it breaks that detent. Then it's got like a secondary detent. You break it, and it'll just shut. It's really smooth. But I got another modern that's green micarta as well. Y'all might have this one. I think everybody used to have one.
Oh, the Benchmade.
Yeah,
the proper?
Benchmade proper. It don't have the snap like them Jack Wolves and things do, but I really like this knife. The thinness of it, I like the looks of it. That the S30V is not bad steel either.
That's great steel.
S30V is a great steel. There's nothing wrong with that.
I like to just drop this in my pocket, and usually every single day I'll carry a modern folder in my clip to my right pocket, and then I'll drop a traditional in my down in my pocket. And I love pairing this up with something like this 940. So
That's also on my list as a 940.
I used to be a big, huge, Benchmade fanboy. And then they started having these prices that like blew you away. You're like, what? I guess I'm out of that part. I can't buy none of those anymore. I'm glad I got a few now.
Yeah, for sure. So we had a question, Dave. They want to know what is on your shirt. They can't quite make it out. There you go. Well, never mind that shirt.
For my European friends, there you go. They know that word. It's what I think of my government right here. I'll leave it at that. Open that can. So all my UK friends will know that word.
Oh yeah.
My in-laws, my wife's parents. Well, my wife's actually dual citizenship, but my wife's parents are from Manchester, England, and so I've got all kinds of English paraphernalia in my house. Including like a Man United jersey up in a drawer somewhere. It's crazy.
Okay, Tom, you want to say something?
I just wanted to give you a little update. In addition to all the panelists, we have Mike Curtis, Jesse McJames, Watch City Knives, Carving Steel, the Kirby Creek Outfit, Splitting Slices, ATB2, or Addicted to Blades, Radio Geek Blades, Randy's WSG, Knives Fast, 1 Minute Knife Review, Big Red EDC, JO Ventures Outdoors, Messer HQ, Blockbuster EDC, Illuminati Ninja, Hunting for Hookers, Big J's Knives, MB EDC, and GR Knives and Outdoors. Those are the channels that I have seen on here today.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Quite a
Thank you,
selection.
guys.
Very cool.
Yep. Thank you. I'm so glad that all you guys are here. That is awesome.
If I missed anyone, please let me know in the comments.
Yeah. And hey, Mimo.
Mimo just showed up.
Yeah,
Nemo. Hey,
he showed up
up?
yesterday on
Nice.
Saturday Night Live. It was 2:00, and he did a surprise appearance. And so, of course, I'm like, yeah, glad to have you back, Mimo. I sent him an email. Hey, stop by RJ's if you have a chance.
Nice. Thank you so much for coming by, Michael. We miss you. That is awesome.
Oh, we do have the question, is Baxter's pants here? I don't know.
I got pants on today.
All right.
No jammies today. I got pants.
you're supposed to wear pants to show up to these events?
One morning before the show, I said, hey, before you guys start, let me go put my pants on.
Yeah, pants are optional as long as you don't stand up.
Okay, I'll stay sitting down then for you. I don't
There
want to
you
ruin
go.
anyone's
There you go. Or
day.
at least black out your screen. You know? Yeah, there you go. The singing cat and the singing
Oh yeah, my cat's in the background. He's
nice.
bawling because he wants to go outside.
All righty. Well, let's see what you got there.
So this is another modern knife. This is in a budget series of knives. This is the Gerber shark fin or shark belly or something like that. I forget what they call this one. But this is actually a made in USA one, 420 HC. Gerber has started bringing back some of their lines to the USA, which is nice to see. And this one's actually a fairly affordable knife. And it's a lockback, but it's got a half stop, which is kind of interesting. I've never really seen that before. So I don't own too many lockbacks that have half stops.
Yeah, that is
and this is
interesting.
kind of a modified sheath foot blade. It's very slicey. The only thing I don't care for is the pocket clip is only one way and it's the wrong way. But when you hold the knife, it actually doesn't bother me when I hold it. So, but I would prefer the pocket clip being the other way around as God intended, so that when you pull the knife out, it's right in the right position for you. But moving along, got to bring out the OG Spyderco PM2. And of course, that's in the S30V. This is got the camo print with the black blade. It has that fantastic compression lock. And folks, if I'm getting any of this wrong, please let me know in the comments, because as the older I get, the more my memory starts to go and I make mistakes. But I also wanted to just say that I've been trying to say hi to everyone in the comments, and if I've missed anyone, I do apologize. Hi to everyone. I really appreciate you saying hi to me. I'm trying to keep up. Next one I wanted to quickly show is another Gerber. Now, this is not an American-made Gerber. This is a Chinese one. But this is the flat iron, and this one is in the blue denim micarta. So, I mean, I don't know how well the camera will show that, but Richter there showed a nice micarta, and I think this one's really well done.
Oh yeah, that's good looking.
And of course, that mirror polish blade on the D2 steel. I'm going to chop my finger off, so I'm going to gently close that one.
Blade.
I don't want to Randy's WSG myself right here live on camera today. So we have the Ontario Rat number 1, and this is in the OS 8. OS 8 is a lot like 8CR13 MOV steel. It's another one that's in that very good budget price range, and when heat treated correctly, it can perform very, very well. Much like 8CR13 MOV, it's a tougher steel, so it's more likely to roll instead of chip, which means you can easily repair a damaged blade. Versus some of these modern super steels, they chip out, and you got to spend 3.5 hours grinding them on a diamond stone to get that chip out. CRKT Pillar, I don't know how you pronounce it, but this is an 8CR13 MOV, and I love this knife. This thing is just a chunky little pocket cleaver.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it just reminds me of like a little chef's knife, like a little mini chef's knife, like a santoku or whatever they call that, the Japanese
Right,
chef's
right.
knife thing. I'm going to go prepare some sushi with this. And last one I'm going to show you in this run is a SOG, and this is the SOG Traction, and this is also in the 8CR13 MOV steel. I do believe it's either that or it's 8/8. I forget what the blade steel is on that one. And folks, if I've got that wrong, please let me know. Gently let me know in the comments, because I do sometimes get mistaken. But
That's
yeah,
a deep carry clip right there.
yeah, it does. It's got that deep carry clip on it. And this one was very inexpensive. I actually picked this one up from my local bait and tackle store, and you'll notice it's got thumb studs there. This was like, I think I paid like $30 for it, which I know probably seems expensive to you guys in the States. You're like, well, $30, that's ridiculous. But here in Canada, that's pretty fair for a pocket knife price. And there actually is one more knife I wanted to show. Richard showed his ZT. I don't own a real ZT, but I have this piece of junk. This is a fake ZT.
Oh,
So
What's
it looks a
your
lot
plan?
like Richter's knife. So you can see there. And it even has LMAX stamped on the blade. This is not LMAX steel. I can tell you that right now.
Can you open it with them thumb studs? I know it's a stop pin. I
it's-
can't open mine with them.
Probably, I don't know if I can or not, but the thing is the stop pins, and this is a big giveaway that this isn't an authentic ZT, is that they don't actually touch the frame.
Oh, okay.
So on your knife, you'll notice that they touch the frame because they're actually stop pins. On this one, they don't. They're just fake because this is a fake. This was a knife that I got off of AliExpress. I was ordering a tuna fish knife, and they sent me this instead. And when I first opened the box, I was like, oh my God, a ZT. I can't believe that. That's a big mistake in my favor, right? And then when I took it out of the box and I started looking at it more closely, I'm like, no, that can't be right. And then I did some research and found out, yeah, this is a forgery. It's a fake. So I learned that lesson. I don't shop from AliExpress anymore. I wasn't trying to buy that, by the way. I was trying to buy a tuna fish knife, but that's what they sent me instead. So anyway, folks, there you go. Just thought I would quickly show that fake ZT for y'all. They do exist.
Oh, okay. I think there's fakes of just about every knife that are out there. But a couple of channels that are here that are newer channels. We have GR Knives, and then also pens and pen blades. Those guys are just relatively new. And there's another guy, Philip W, that has a channel, and those are pretty much the three new channels that I definitely want to shout out and make sure everybody's there. Yes, Tom, you're muted, by the way.
I also see Big E's knives. E is in Edward. Big E's knives and 865 knives.
Okay, very good.
I've not been able to find 865 a link for his yet. But
Well, I guess we have to find out. Does he actually have a channel?
Big E, yeah, I'm subscribed to him. I think
What
he's-
about 865 knives?
Oh, 865. Not sure.
the 865 knives. Do you have a channel? Let me know in the comments, and we'll get. So I've got Big E's link up there once, and I'll get pens and pen blades and Philip W up there.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, y'all check out Big E because he has got some case knives like you wouldn't believe.
Yep, that's what his channel page says. He collects case knives. So
There you go.
Right on. There's no content on 865 knives, according to Mimo. So there you go. You're welcome, Biggie. We love to shine a light on all you guys that are starting out, and in no time at all, you'll be like Terry's Knives and Man Stuff and be at 1,000 subs.
He's not wrong. 100%.
It happened fast. Terry and I passed 600 at the same time, and he just shot up like a rocket.
he's
There
on
you go.
fire. He's on fire.
All the power to you. I mean, that warms my heart to see that. Like I remember it was only a few months ago. You said you were hoping to get to 500 subscribers, and we, there you are, and now you've doubled that. And I think I even said that. I bet you before the year's out, you'll get to 1,000.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
I knew you'd do it.
Does Philip W have a different? Is his channel under a different name? I run into that sometimes where their name that displays is not the same as their channel name.
I think I'm subscribed to him. I think it has a number behind it.
Let me take a look and see, because I am
Phillipw. I'll put it, no space in there. I'm not seeing it.
okay. Let me. Oh, it's at Philip W58. He's got 68 subscribers.
So it's Philip W
58.
58. Okay. Yeah, I know when I first started Knifer Lights, I'd search for my own channel and couldn't hardly get it to come up. You had to look and look and look. So.
It's weird how that is, because I
Yeah.
was the same way. I was like, I can't even find myself. 'Cause I would tell people about my channel, like friends and family, be like, we can't find you, and I have to
Right.
email them the channel link.
Yes, when you first start off, that's exactly how it is. You pretty much have to share that link. But then after, I guess, the algorithm gets used to having people come see your channel or whatever, then it gets you more and more
Okay,
views and stuff.
for all you new channels out there, start participating in open tags. That is the best way to get yourself recognized and everybody else in the community, and it'll help the algorithm. So like I have I'll tout my own here. I have a really easy open tag every Tuesday. It's called 2 for Tuesday. Just grab a couple knives and talk about them. And just in your title there, just put 2 for Tuesday and what knives you're going to look. And everybody else that's doing 2 for Tuesday videos, why, if they watch one, then other 2 for Tuesday videos will show up in people's feeds.
Oh
And
yeah.
the next thing you know, your channel's starting to get recognized. But there are tons of open tags out there. So
There's a lot
That's
of
one
really
of
good
the
ones too.
best and easiest way to meet everybody else in the community.
Yep. Okay, Jesse McJames says he has a idea for a new open tag. Lay it on us, brother. What do you got? We might be able to accommodate you.
I was also going to make mention that make sure you tag the originator of the open tag, because they'll see, if they check their mentions, they'll see it. Because I do that
Yep.
regularly. I search to look for Thankful Thursday to see if anyone's mentioned me, and then I'll go watch their video. And if it's a new channel that I've never seen before, you know, I'll check them out. And if I like what I see, I'll go ahead and hit subscribe, and then I'll promote them later on in the video. I've promoted lots of people on my channel.
Yeah, speaking of them open tags, like I'll watch one and then I'll go watch all of them. Like the Trapper one last week, I watched I don't know how many Trapper videos, and I actually found a couple channels that I subscribed to that I didn't watch before.
That one by Boston Blades there, Kevin put out that one about the 3 knives you take into the woods or whatever. I must have watched like 15, 20 videos.
Are we doing another 10 trappers, Andrew?
Oh yeah, I already have mine recorded.
Okay.
It'll be on Tuesday, and then I'll do my 10 case trappers, and then I think I have only 1 or 2 left.
Okay, so Jesse McJames wants to see knife-related items that aren't knives, like Terry's Parker belt buckle, and he has 2 K-bar buckles. So there
Okay.
you go.
Oh, that's an interesting open
Good
tag.
idea.
That really broadens the horizon, and because there's all kinds of things that aren't necessarily knives that are knife related.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it's funny that you mentioned that, Jesse, because that's actually one of the things in the Thankful Thursday open tag is that it doesn't have to be a knife; it can be a knife related thing. So, I like your way of thinking. Good idea.
There you go. Good deal. Yeah, so Pens and Pen Blade says he found GR knives and outdoors through the wood handle open tag. So that's definitely awesome. That's one I need to do too. I have not done the wood handle open tag, but that is forthcoming.
I just did that, and the next day I realized I forgot to.
That always happens.
I forgot about 4 of mine, so I'm going to do a part 2 next week.
Yeah, I mean that's normal for any open tag. It's like as soon as you're done filming it, you got it all recorded, you're uploading it to YouTube, you're putting the knives that you took out away, and then you're like, oh dang, Look at that. I missed that one. Oh, wow. I missed that one too.
I'm struggling to keep caught up with everyone's videos. I like I've been working so much that I had less time to do so, and then now that I'm getting a few less hours now, I'm trying to get caught up, and I try to support everyone. I try to watch your video, leave a nice comment, let everyone know that I appreciate what you do.
Yeah, it's tough, Dave, working and doing your own channel, and then every once in a while I'll sit down and just try to watch as many videos as I can.
Binge watch
Yeah.
everyone.
It's tough though. It's tough to hit everyone, and then every once in a while I forget about a channel and I go back and try to catch up.
And I feel bad because I don't want anyone thinking that, hey, Toad hasn't commented on my video in a little while. Well, I'm getting there.
Don't worry about it, Toad. We're all in the same. I cannot catch everybody's video. I just
there's
cannot.
there's
There's
no
just so
way.
much you can do. There's just so much you can do.
Yeah.
You got a wife and kids too, right? So
Yeah. It's like,
You
YouTube is like trying to drink from a fire hose.
that's a great analogy. Yeah.
You are not gonna be able to see everybody's stuff. You are not gonna be able to comment on everybody's stuff. I mean, the only person who even comes close is Mike Curtis, and we love you, Mike.
I don't know how he does it. I mean,
I
he must
don't
have
either.
glasses with YouTube on them. They're just beaming in his eyes all the time.
I think
Yeah,
he's
you no more
getting,
to put a video up and there's his comment.
yeah, exactly.
I know,
He's
it's
getting it
insane.
beamed to him right from
Great
the
job, Mike.
mothership.
My hat's off to you, Mike, for staying on top like that. You're quite the godsend to this community for that.
Absolutely. Mimo says videos. I have a hard time keeping up with just the live streams.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yep.
I've missed a lot because I get stuck working Sundays a lot. So,
Yeah.
Today I was able to catch Slippy and Thrifty there, and obviously I'm here today, and then I'm going to try and catch Big J and whoever else is on tonight as best I can. So,
Yeah, Doom Crew Outdoors should be on Happy Hour live tonight.
oh, is that who's on? Awesome.
Oh,
I
that
feel
would be cool.
really bad because Jay's invited me back to his show, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I think I am going to be back on January 28th. I think my second run on his show.
Right on. Well, hopefully I can make it back there too sometime here.
Yeah, get a hold of him. He's like, I think I talked to him before January, and he was pretty much booked up most of the month and worked me in. But
That's good. That's good. He's got the lineup, which is nice.
it's tricky to plan so far in advance. But I just put it on the calendar and hope for the best.
Unfortunately, RJ was able to sneak me in this week.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jesse McJames is going to be on Big J's show next weekend. He says, I think I'm on the weekend after that.
Cool.
I'll be making
Awesome.
a second appearance there. I'm looking forward to that. It's fun to be a guest on one of these shows instead of running it. It's a whole different thing, and I'm so thankful that I have Tom to help me with this because it's quite a feat to keep everything going on these shows.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Happy to do it, RJ.
What's that, Tom?
I'm happy to do it, especially since you tripled my pay.
You're right.
What's 0 times 3?
Maybe Tom can give me lessons on how to be a moderator. I'm still trying to figure that out. Maybe I need a new computer to do it.
Oh, well,
I got a
I'm
wrench,
not the
but I
best at it.
still don't know how to highlight channels properly.
RJ's got to give you a wrench.
Oh, I have a wrench. I think I have to bring up another screen and
You
to open
do.
the channels, and then
That's
and
why
then,
I can't keep up with. I can't keep up with comments because I have to keep switching between screens.
and then
And
everything slows down and everybody gets paused and yeah.
well, the
Also,
comments are going so fast. You go off of this screen to find the channel link, then you come back onto it, and by that time everything's gone up, and so
Yeah.
it's hard to. You can't. I know people will say hide knife delights, and you just can't keep up. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So 865 Knives asks, what would be a good goal of content to post a week? Once a week? So what do you guys think?
That's what I try to do. I like to do more than that if I can, but I post one a week, just to stay in the algorithms.
Yeah, I try to get at least one, if not 2 a week, and then I try to get a couple shorts out in a week as well. Shorts can help you. I'm still learning shorts. My numbers are kind of weird with that. But I've been getting some help from MB EDC, has kind of taken me under his wing and taught me a little bit and showed me some things. So
Nice.
I appreciate that. I think I saw him in the comments there. I don't know if he's still watching or not, but I appreciate your tutelage with that.
KC from Nice Fast says he does at least one long form a day. Randy's WSG says every day. I try to do 3 to 4, plus the live show. Yeah, there you go. Mike's Life says just post until people don't like you. Throw as many videos out as you can.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to try to post one video and one short a day. After a couple of weeks, you start to get burned out. But a couple of open tags a week and a couple of videos, or even if you don't have a knife review to do, maybe just do a chat and talk about the community is always fun.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
I've been trying to do one long form and one short every day. And I don't always meet that goal, and shorts are a whole different ball game. They're a weird thing. You can do a short and it goes nowhere, and you can do a short on the dumbest thing and all of a sudden it's super popular. So there's no rhyme or reason to shorts.
Yeah, I'm still figuring them out too.
just keep doing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll get a routine down. You got 60 seconds. So if this is all about practice, it's like everything else. The more videos you do, whether they're long form or short form, the more of them you do, the more relaxed you get, the more of your routine, and you establish your persona. It's great to watch other people's videos and get some examples, but don't try to be somebody else.
Right.
Just be yourself. Practice. And from one very successful YouTuber in the knife community, when asked about how do you get your channel to grow so fast, he has a 3-word answer: content. So practice making your videos, put them out as fast as you can. If you can't make one every day or every other day, at least the ones you do put out, try to make them the best quality ones that you can.
Yep.
But it all comes with practice, just like everything else in life. Some people are naturals at it. We got one on the panel right here, Terry. I mean, Terry just took to this. No, I'm serious. You've got that personality. You got the right tone to your channel, and people like it. So,
Yep.
But you're being yourself, Terry. You're not trying to be somebody else.
I don't know how to be anybody else.
Yep, you got your own style. So yeah, and other than that, it's just hard work.
Thank you. You trying to get that $5 bill back, ain't you?
Yeah, I am. You're always on to me, Terry.
All right.
The main thing is what I will say is, if y'all listening, the thing to do what you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be just like Tom said, be yourself, do what you like to do. The first time you do it, it may not be a big video. You do what you like to do, you do what makes you happy, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
100%.
So shorts can be easy once you get them down. You can actually, because you got 60 seconds, you can actually sit down and write an opening paragraph and a closing paragraph to your short, and then you just got to fill in 20 seconds or so about the actual knife you're showing. Okay, so you can have a short, very few second introduction, go to your knife, some of the capabilities. I really like this knife. This is a Spyderco. It was gifted to me by, whoops, wrong one. No, that's it, Spyderco. I need to practice. I did this the other day on a windshield EDC update. So anyway,
you and Tom?
This was a gift from the Singing Toad. Check out his channel. This is a Spyderco Ambitious. I really like the scales on it and this blade shape, although they cheated me out of some steel with that round hole. Thanks for watching. Hey, make sure and check out my long content here on Knife Delights. Have a very delightful day. I mean, you can just come up with a little spiel, and it'll just hopefully come out of your mouth after you practice it for a while. So
I'm even lazier than that.
That when you're doing the shorts, that it's not like doing long form content. You can find you a spot and you can re-record that short 5 times if you need to say what you need to say. Don't think that you have to just do it and upload it. You can actually do it 3 or 4 times or 5 or 6 times if you need to. And then when you get it the way you want it, it'll upload immediately, and there you go.
And you can do 4 or 5 shorts at a time and keep them private. And then you can release them throughout the day.
100%. Yeah, I've been doing that, banking them. I load a few up and then I release them as time goes on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not even as elaborate as you. I just like take out a knife and film me flicking it around and fondling it a little bit, and I just put a song to it and give it a title, and out it goes. I don't even talk or nothing.
Last couple of weeks, I started a new short program called Windshield EDC. So I'm kind of showing what I take to work with me every day, because I've always been a creature of habit and always carry the same knives all the time. I mean, so I've been coming up with one modern knife and one traditional knife to pair it with. And that's what I've been doing. So that's my Windshield EDC update. So
There you go.
Very cool. All right, let's get you up here, Dave, so you can show us that fixed blade. You have been waiting for a little bit.
That's all right. I just, we've been given a lot of good advice out here to the new people in the comments there that are maybe watching here. So I don't mind sharing. I love to share and help as much as I can. I was helped by you guys, and I like to pass that same favor onward. I'll never forget where I came from. So, but I thought I would show some modern fixed blades. So this is a cold steel. This is the SRK. And this model happens to be in the SK5 carbon steel. They do make this knife in 2 or 3 different other blade steels. I think there's a San May version, and I think there's a CPM 3V version as well. And this is made in Taiwan, and it's I really do like this one here. And another one I thought I would show is the Mora Garberg. This is in the 14C28N stainless. Another great steel for the outdoors. I first saw this knife on David Canterbury's channel. When it very first came out, and I believe only the stainless version was available at the time. And then they brought the carbon steel version out later on, which has a black blade. And I would have loved to have gotten that one instead. But this is still a very cool knife. And another one here, the Boker Bronco. And someone in the comments asked about what your most expensive knife was. Here it is. This thing is way overpriced in my opinion, but I didn't buy it at full price, so that's my only defense. In the right mind, I would have never paid what they were asking for this thing. But when it was literally half off, then it was, where it should be. But this is in CPM 3V, and this is a Soligen Germany made Boker knife, which is super awesome. And then a new one that I got in recently here. This is the Joker. And I know I'm going to mispronounce the name here, so go ahead and make fun of me all you want in the comments. But the Canadiense, which is the Spanish word for Canadian, which is really cool because I'm Canadian, and this knife, in my opinion, is kind of like a better built version of the Grohmann Canadian belt knife. No offense to Grohmann, I love Grohmann, excellent product, but this is just a little bit more better built for going out in the woods and beating on. And again, it's in 14C28N steel, which is a great steel for the outdoor wilderness. And I thought I would do a little treat here on this live stream. I actually haven't made a video for this yet. This is a brand new SOG knife that I got in over Christmas time. And I haven't even done a video yet for it. So you guys are going to see it live. Here it is. This is the Steel Pup.
Yeah.
SOG
Yeah.
Steel Pup.
Nice.
So I'm going to take it out of the box. I haven't even done a video yet on it. So you guys are seeing this.
A live unboxing. You saw it here first.
You saw it here first on RJ's live. So haven't even taken the thing off the end yet or nothing. So
Seal Pup Elite or just the Seal Pup? I think the Elite is a little longer.
I think this is just the regular one.
Okay. Oh, they're
no.
fantastic.
Yeah, so I just I got this in over Christmas time. This was a Christmas gift, and haven't even done a video on it yet. So you guys are seeing that live. And is it okay if I do a little shameless plug for myself?
Absolutely. We're
All
all
right.
about shameless plugs here.
For those of you who don't know, who don't follow my channel, I am doing a giveaway right now. This knife is being given away. So I just recently got to 750 subscribers, and I'm trying not to get that old ring light to show up here, but no matter which way I hold it, it's going to show up. But anyway, this knife here, the Buck Matrix 3.3, I just did a video. Go check it out. If you want to be in on it, you got to leave a comment. Just watch the video. You'll get the instructions of how you can be part of the giveaway for this. All right, that's going to go out to some lucky subscriber of mine. Okay, you have to be a subscriber as well. That's another key thing. Okay. All right. So
Very cool.
So there we go. So that's really all I had to say at this point in time. And I just wanted to finish by saying, thank you to everyone who has supported me and supported, both me in giving me shout outs and helping my channel grow, but also those who I want to now pass that on to you guys and say thank you for continuing to be successful based on everyone's help. Okay.
You're very welcome, Dave. We always enjoy visiting with you and seeing what you got going on, and it's just nice to have you as part of the club. Okay, Tom.
Tom's got one.
Yeah,
He's over there.
Tom's
Yeah.
got one. He's muted. Go ahead, Tom.
Tom, you're muted.
Well, if he's going to show his matrix, I'm showing mine.
Okay.
Canadian Tire exclusive, right, Toad?
Yeah.
Yep.
As far as I know, I don't think this is available outside of Canadian Tire.
So aluminum handles here. Just a wonderful, wonderful knife. It's a liner lock, but the opening is, and I love it, it's a nail nick. So none of those modern thumb stud flicky thingies, whatever. It opens like a knife is supposed to open. Two hands here. That's my speed.
His name is Tommy No Flippy.
And since we're showing modern knives, here's one of the modern buck hunting knives here, the Small Pursuit. And I really like this knife. Got
There
really
was a question for you, Toad, about a knife you were making, but we'll get to that after Tom.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Tom.
no,
Sorry
that's
to
fine.
interrupt.
So really nice grippy material here. So it comes in this very nice nylon sheath. It's not your typical nylon sheath. That's pretty heavy duty. So
Yeah, that's cool.
they make this is the small. They also make the large. And they also make the folding Pursuits. So
Very cool.
and that's that.
All right. I think Toad went to go get the knife he's making.
I was just going to congratulate him on 750 subs, so I'll have to do it when he gets back.
So
There
I'm
you
back.
There you go.
Congratulations on 750 subs there, Dave.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
absolutely.
Cool
Can you
giveaway.
guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because my red light's on, which is supposed to indicate that the mic is off, but I think this StreamYards is overriding my headset program. So,
Is that your laser target system?
yep. It's actually a lightsaber. I got to not touch that. I was hanging out with the Sith there on the weekend. They gave that to me. But yeah, you mentioned there was a comment about knife making, and I had to go quickly grab some stuff because I've been dawdling around with making some knives, and I've got some blanks here. Now, unfortunately, I can't work inside my house, so I can only work outside. And being winter right now, not very enjoyable to work outside. But when summer comes back around, I'll be able to do some more. But here's a blank. This is an A2 tool steel. So I've got that one, and then I've got another one right here. So that's the second one, and then I've got a third one. And these are all blanks that I'm currently, as you can see, they're kind of Tonto designed. And I do have a third one that's further along, but it's over at a friend's house right now because he's heat treating it for me. So
Very good.
because I don't have the ability to heat treat, but I also have some. This is G10 material.
Nice.
So look at that, and then I've also got red and black.
Ooh.
That looks good.
Nice.
So I've got some. Yeah, it's just a matter of once the nicer weather gets around, I can get back on the grinder and go to town. And yeah, I've got a few knives in the works, and might as well show my first one, which I got hanging up over here. Ugh, pull this thing out. So that, of course, was the first one I ever made.
There you go.
Awesome on a knife. Awesome knife. Anyone know what movie that's from?
No.
No.
Never heard of it.
No. No, it's from those Subaru commercials, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, to answer the question, was it Jesse James, Jesse Alton, or Jesse James?
McJames.
Jesse McJames. So yeah, I do have a few knives in development. It's just a matter of when I get more time and nicer weather, and I can get back to working on them.
Yeah.
And when they're done, you'll see them. I'll definitely showcase them on my channel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have a question for Mr. Richter. What's your latest concerning your leather work? Got any projects in store or in progress?
I've got probably about 7 folks right now that I'm about to do slips for. So just shoot me up on Instagram if you want to slip. Just you can. A lot of people, what they do is just say, hey, this is my knife. Can you match it? That's probably what most people do. And then other people have got, completely, custom things they want to do to theirs, like initials or things like that, which I don't do that very much, but I'll do whatever. As long as it's not somebody else's design, I'll go ahead and get it done. So books are open.
All right.
There you go.
So you said on Instagram?
Yep.
Okay.
And Michael, were you one of the first ones to do the saw cut slips?
I've never seen nobody else do a saw cut slip. I did see Jo today. He done one. I was watching one of his videos and I was like, man, that looks really good.
Well, I remember I was getting a slip from him, and I asked him if he could do a saw cut, and he hadn't tried it yet. So I'm glad he's getting good. But I remember seeing yours, and that you were probably one of the first slips. I don't think I ever saw a saw cut. But I saw yours.
I tried to do some different stuff because I don't want to copy nobody and stuff like that. There's a lot of that going on, but I try to think of stuff that's original. That way, if somebody wants to come and get one from me, they can't get it nowhere else for the most part. So, like I've done jigged slips, I've done saw cut, I've done like a micarta texture slips. Lord, I mean, if you can do it to a knife handle, I've probably done it to a slip on leather. I've done wood grain leather slips, things like that. Just try to be different.
Very cool.
There's a question if you can do a dual colored sheath. I don't know if you've tried that. I know you've worked in lots of different colors and stuff, but I don't know about two. Did you have any?
I did do a dual color sheath for a knife. It was a natural and it had the blue. It was like an electric blue welt, and yeah, it was 2 colors. So I can do 2 color things. If you can do it with leather, I can probably do it.
There you go. Really good.
How long have you been working with leather?
I'd say probably about 4 years, maybe. But to be honest with you, until 2023 in March, when I started my YouTube channel, nobody really bought my slips. I mean, maybe here and there, they would see one I posted on Instagram and be like, hey, can you make me one of those? And I was like, yeah, sure. But as soon as I started a YouTube channel, people started hitting me up all the time for those. And I didn't really mean for it to, have that many slips being made. Just people just hit me up and I was like, yeah, I'll make you one. Never purposely set out to make a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy it. I like hanging out in the shop and working on slips. I like being creative. I think the creative part is my favorite. You know, just to see the end result of something that you thought up in your mind and it come out how you thought about it. I love doing that. I love trying to match a knife. You know, if somebody has like a red, you know, knife or whatever, I like to make, you know, the red and the black stitching or whatever it is, different shapes. And, you know, to me, it's fun. To me, it's really fun. And I've seen a uptick a lot lately of like modern knives with slips. People are hitting me up for Chris Reeve knives, you know, Spyderco knives to have a slip. And I've never seen that before until here lately.
Yeah, that's pretty different. I haven't really noticed that either. Not with the moderns, but I guess if you have a really expensive modern knife, you want to protect it too. You know.
Yeah.
That's just another handy way of carrying it, right? Plus, the slip also acts as kind of like a storage case when you're traveling with it or something. So,
And like Terry said,
Yeah.
he don't like really putting a clip on his pocket.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people are like that too. They just like to drop it in their pocket.
Yeah.
Now, I know you're talking about the Chris Reeve. I think there's quite a few people that have the Chris Reeve that take the clips off of them.
Yeah.
Because the way it's made, they take the clips off of them and carry them in their pocket or back pocket, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never had one of those in my hand, but I would imagine it's kind of a heavy knife. I'm not sure.
About the only time I like a knife clip is when I'm wearing my cargo pants and I got it clipped down into the cargo pants. But if I'm wearing jeans and stuff like that, I don't want any clip because you can't get your hand in your pocket. I've always, you know, carried knives just floating around in the bottom of the pocket anyway. It don't bother me none. But them clips get in my way, and a lot of knives are uncomfortable. When you go to use the knife, you got that clip in the palm of your hand, and that drives me nuts too. So
I used to just drop my pocket knife in my pocket, and it would
Yep.
start out this way, and it would end up doing that in my pocket. And that looks weird to me. It drives me insane, and I'm all the time trying to fix it. I look like I'm scratching or something. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got it in your back pocket, you don't want to be itching. You know, it just looks. So that's why I started using slip. If you use a slip and the bottom of it's kind of square, it'll stay upright the whole entire time. There's not that much leather there to make it super thick and things like that. So I used to think they were goofy, like man purses or something. But, you know, once I started making them, I'm like, hey, this is pretty handy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you're throwing keys and change in your pocket, you don't want your knife to get all scratched up for sure.
well, especially if you spend a considerable amount of money, like a Jack Wolf or something like that, you don't want to scratch that up, right? Regardless, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a $30 knife or a $300 knife, you don't want to scratch them up.
Right. For sure. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, well, on Jack Wolf slips, they come with like kind of a rounded bottom, and I noticed people in the comments on the Jack Wolf page were like, hey, can you make it square because it's rolling over my pocket? And
100%.
Ben said he would take it into consideration, but Ken, the Last Chance Knives, he made his own, and it's more squared off on the bottom, so this does stay more upright. It's a great design for sure.
Yeah.
And it depends on your pocket size. You know, you got small pockets that may not fall over, but yeah, cargo pants and big pockets, that stuff falls over all the time for sure.
Yeah, if I've got a small knife, like something, I guess like this case right here, I'll just drop it in my pocket. You don't need a slip for that, you know. But if you got a good medium size, you know, pocket knife, then, you know, you don't want it doing this in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's weird.
if it's too big for the pocket, put it on your belt in a pouch.
Yeah, I carry my trappers in a sheath on my side, and then I'll carry smaller pockets in my fifth pocket. One of my buddies, he doesn't really like carrying sheaths for some reason, but I don't mind it. They work great, especially for the buck knives or the larger case knives. And
Yeah.
You know, when you say that, I was looking the case belt sheath for a trapper. I've been thinking about getting me one of those to carry my full size trappers in on my side instead of. Do
They're
you
pretty
like
cheap.
yours, Andrew?
what's
Do you
that?
like carrying yours that way?
What's that? Yeah, I like to carry my trappers Because sometimes I carry more than one in my pocket, and then keys and a Zippo and stuff. So my larger trappers I'll keep in like a trapper case, and these are affordable, $7 to $10. I mean, you can get somebody to custom make you one, but yeah, they fit the case trappers really nice. And they have
The only thing with that sheath is you want to take like a piece of duct tape or
Yes.
electrician's tape and put it on the inside of that button. I found out the hard way that it scratches up your knives.
oh
Like
yeah,
those.
Yeah.
yeah, I see that. Yeah,
Yep. So I got 3 or 4 that have a nice little circle in them.
Well, I usually just carry a nice 5th pocket knife.
Yeah.
it's hard to find a slip for those large ones.
Sunfish.
Sure.
What do you think there, Toad? Another good peanut butter spreader?
Absolutely. Best butter knife on the planet right there.
Some good looking jigging on that thing.
Oh, it's a marbles too. Look
It
at that.
is. Yeah. Antique store.
There you go. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are all so lucky having good antique stores local to you. I don't, unfortunately. The antique stores around where I live are like they just sell junk. Like, you know, it's like just junk. They don't sell, and the knives they do sell aren't ones you're really,
Right.
you know, they're not selling like, you know, like old case knives and stuff like that, which would be super awesome, or, you know, old timers or something like that. Nothing like that. I'd love to find a place that does that's local, but there just isn't to where I am, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're right here at the end. Did anybody have anything else that they wanted to say before we sign off?
I was just going to tease Tom and say, you know, you can take your Buck Matrix and put your quick stud on it, and there you go.
Oh, man. You went and ruined it. You ruined it.
Then it becomes a proper knife.
No,
There you go.
I happen to think of one more little suggestion for the newer channels. Make sure you have your email address on your channel page or a way of somebody to get a hold of you, because I've tried to reach out to new channels before and I had no way to contact them.
Yeah,
So
that's a bit of a
make
pet
sure
peeve,
you have some way for people to get a hold of you.
you know,
Yeah.
either Instagram or something, you know, something that we can reach out to you. You know, we're not reaching out to you to bug you or to anything like that. We just want to say hey, and, you know, maybe do a sticker swap with you or something fun like that, you know.
Or
Yep.
maybe see if you're free for a couple hours on a Sunday afternoon.
That too.
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody else got anything?
That's basically all I had for today.
Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank our panel for joining me and Tom today on the show, and I want to thank everybody that was in the chat room today. That is, hey, Mrs. C, nice to see you're here. Yeah, just good to see you all and visit with you again. We'll be back next week with another edition of RJ's Lives. And so check out all those new channels that we were talking about, and have a great week, everyone. We'll see you later.
Take care,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.